The thing about data is that working with data has like hundreds of these little nuances that make it so hard for even people to work with data. And
Mhm.
so when you're trying to automate that, you start bumping into all these little edge cases and all these little nuances that you didn't even know were going to be there. So I would say it's kind of dealing with all the different complexities of the data. I think a big issue that also comes up is companies ultimately end up realizing, who am I building this for? I'm building it for business stakeholders that don't know how to access data. Usually that's the reason they're building it in the first place. And they start to
Mhm.
realize, what do the business stakeholders want to ask about? And that's when they start to realize, okay, this needs to be more than even just answering questions. It's got to be a whole dialogue system that they actually want to use, and
Mm.
it makes it easy. And that's when they have to start thinking about UI UX. And if you're like a data team, you're like, oh, I don't even know anything about UI UX and nobody's using it. It's not getting adoption. I think that's a big aspect of it. Another aspect of it is just, oh, I didn't realize that I have so much data I want to connect, and yet, I can't put all of it into the context window. And that's when you have to build like a retrieval system. And sometimes people run
Mhm.
into issues there building an intelligent enough retrieval system to actually retrieve the right data for the question. So you end up with a pretty complex system at the end of the day with a lot of sprawl. And you didn't really expect that when you started out. I think that's what we see.